Okay, it has officially been 72 hours. Let's check my weight and see where we're at. Dang, big drop this morning. All right, morning of day one. Let's check out my weight and my physique to see what we're starting with. Weight, we're at 181.7. This scale changes every time I step on it. All right, physique. See how much fat we can lose in the next 3 days. Heading to the gym right now, gonna get a workout in. If you've seen my last sugar diet video, you know this is something I've been playing around with for a while, but I haven't done sugar fasting basically since that first week when I filmed that video. And I think sugar fasting is where like the magic is in the sugar diet. If you're just doing the sugar diet every day, like my weight's just been maintaining, right? But I'm gonna do the sugar fasting a little more often, see how that goes. Also, what I figured out with the sugar diet, I don't like eating in the morning. Like every other sugar diet person you see, they advise that you like eat in the morning, and then eat at night, or eat in the morning, afternoon, night, like kind of just having sugar all day. I noticed for my brain, like I don't like eating in the morning. I don't get that same like mental sharpness that I get from intermittent fasting. So I'm actually gonna be mixing the two now. This time around, I'm not gonna eat till like, 2, 3, 4 o'clock. And then I'm gonna have just sugar, no fat, no protein, so that I can keep that optimal mindset throughout the day, that good energy that I like having, and also get the benefits of the sugar fasting. Everything's about your mood and energy. Like if you can keep your mood and energy up, everything is so much easier to do. All right, so we're gonna hit some chest today. I'm fasted right now, haven't had any sugar yet. I've been messing around with this sugar diet. It's weird because it's like really low protein. Like for sugar fasting, I'm not gonna have any protein for the next 3 days. So this isn't like the diet I would do if you're trying to put on muscle. For me, I'm trying to maintain muscle and actually not get any bigger and just stay lean. But yeah, if you're looking to like actively get jacked, probably wouldn't try sugar fasting. But if you already have some muscle and you just wanna get lean, or your only priority is losing body fat, try it out. All right, so we're starting off with little decline flies, and then we're gonna hit some flat dumbbell bench press, followed by some incline dumbbell bench press, and we're gonna finish it off with some machine flies. All right, we just finished the chest workout. Obviously, it's only day one. I feel totally fine. I had a bunch of protein last night, a bunch of calories yesterday, so I'm obviously not gonna feel any different today. But for the rest of the day, I will show you what I'm eating, fruit, candy, what my diet looks like when I'm doing a sugar fast. I tend to eat more candy because I can get away with it. If you try this, I'd probably stick to more fruit, unless you are very muscular and you know that you can handle higher calories. But anyway, I'm gonna show you guys like what I'm eating and then how I feel over the next few days and what happens to my weight. All right guys, about to have meal number one. It is 2 o'clock and I am going to have 2 Honeycrisp apples with some tahini on them to kind of give it a little more saltiness and flavor. Then I'm having some candy salad. I know this looks crazy and like unhealthy and like whatever, but like if you cut out fat, it's actually not very calorie dense. I mean, it's kind of for sugar, but also like I already know I can eat like 3,000 calories a day and maintain, right? So I know if I cut fat and protein, I'm most likely gonna be under that. So I'm gonna lose weight. And if I did all fruit, I would be like way under that. So I wanna kind of push it a little bit, go a little more candy heavy for the fast and see if I still lose weight. This is more like a science experiment than like a sustainable thing I would do every day. If you're gonna try the sugar diet, yeah, absolutely do like mostly fruit or sugar fasting. If you do mostly fruit, like you're almost guaranteed to get results. So anyway, I'm gonna go eat this and then I'll show you what I'm gonna have for dinner later. So I'm watching this show called Smoke on Apple TV and I'm trying to get some extra steps in today because I keep hearing on these sugar diet videos that the sugar diet works best if you are more active and you get more steps in, which when I'm watching the videos, I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But then I was thinking, yeah, like isn't that every diet? Like doesn't every diet work better if you move more? Like it's not the diet that's working better, you're just moving more, so you're burning more calories. Anyway, I'm gonna do some extra steps because the people in the sugar videos say do more steps and it works better. The sugar burns up the fat better. Anyway, I'm gonna get some steps in and then I'll have dinner later, which is gonna be more sugar. More sugar. And Slurpees, not Slurpees, lemon ices. Lemon ices for dinner. That's what I'm gonna have right before bed so I can get up to pee 40 times tonight. Great idea. My brain's like, hey, you know what we should have before bed? Lots of liquid. It is time for dinner. Let me show you what I'm gonna be having tonight. So this is a blueberry smoothie basically. It's basically just blueberry smoothie, but I put it in a bowl and kind of let it refreeze a little so it'd be kind of like an acai bowl. And then I put some honey on top of that. I'll be having some of this Talenti sorbet, pure sugar, and then as much candy as I feel like eating, and that is gonna be my dinner. I would love to have some chicken or some meat or something like that. This is a very easy diet to stick to, but you still do get cravings. Like, I don't know, you don't want like unlimited sugar. You do get the craving to eat normal food, but not complaining, it's pretty easy. Lily went to Crumble Cookie and got this amazing, what does this look like? A freaking brownie?
It's a s'mores brownie.
It's a s'mores brownie. And of course I'm doing this dang video and this diet and I can't have any. You would think you can. It's a sugar diet, right? There's a lot of sugar in that, but there's also a lot of fat. You can't have any fat. I'm gonna go by myself in a room and not look at that anymore, and we'll check my weight in the morning. It's officially been 24 hours of no protein, no fats. I've probably lost about 10 pounds of muscle. Let's see what my weight is this morning and if this diet is working. 180.1. So I think we're down 0.6 pounds. That's half a pound since yesterday. Pretty good. Could have just been that I took a shit. I don't know. I actually want to start doing like some track workouts, like sprinting in the winter. But like right now it sucks ass. All right, we're starting the back workout, day 2 of sugar fasting. I'm exhausted. I can't believe I haven't had any protein or fat in a whole day. Just like can't think and I'm tired and like, no, I'm just kidding. It's probably the easiest diet of all time. It's probably like, that's why I'm interested in it actually, because like it's so easy compared to other things that I'm like, some of my clients that like can't stick to things for shit. I'm like, bro, come on, you can eat sugar all day. Like you can do that, right? You can just cut out protein and fat. And it was like last night, it was somewhat difficult, right? Like, cause my wife made chicken or something and I smelled it and I was like, oh, get that chicken. And then she had a crumble cookie, which has a lot of fat in it. And I was like, ooh, I want some of that, but it's not that hard. I'm like, all right, just eat some candy and shut the hell up. Like it's like probably the easiest compared to like keto or carnivore. You can only have steak and then your wife's having a crumble cookie. Then that's gonna be pretty difficult to stick to, but 400 pounds. He's talking shit, bro. He's skinny as shit. What's he gonna do? He can't even move. All right, so lifting, my lifting style, my lifting expertise that I've developed over half a century of lifting. Basically, what's 15 years is half a century, right? Basically, because you know, you hear people say like, should you do low reps with heavy weights? Should you do high reps to get toned, to get more musculatures? No, you should do medium. No, you should do both. What I've been doing for like since I was like a child, is I just mix them both together. Like you don't have to go in the gym and be like, all right, I'm gonna do all 5 to 8 reps today, or I'm gonna do all 12 to 15 reps today. You just do both of them. I come in, I warm up with like way too many warm-up sets because I'm usually like listening to a podcast, not paying attention, thinking about life problems. And then I'll do a bunch of warm-ups, and then I usually do like 15, 12, 10, 8. Like I'll just start with a lighter weight. Always focus on mind muscle connection. I was going fast there because I'm talking to you guys. Always focus on mind muscle connection, squeezing tension on the muscle, and then you just work up to like your heaviest set of like 8. I usually don't go past 8. If you're doing like 4 to 5 reps, that's pretty heavy. It's where you could get injured. And the name of the game is don't get injured, be consistent, and you'll be jacked. Don't forget the steroids. You don't need steroids to get gains. You can be natural, guys. Like you only need steroids if you want to get past like a certain size. But naturally, you can achieve an amazing, beautiful physique. There's a million people out there with these gorgeous physiques that are natural. They're just not gonna be quite as big, maybe not quite as like veiny or whatever, but you can get just as lean. Maybe it's a little harder to get lean because if you get past a certain point, your hormones will be low, but that's like bodybuilding competition lean. But if you're like 10%, your hormones are fine and you'll be shredded. You look like a freaking G, so don't worry about it. You know, you don't need the juice. You only take it like if you really want it. Like I want to get past that certain size, or if your hormones are crappy, then you get them, you know, taken care of. Like I'm on TRT plus 10 milligrams of Anavar. Can't really call Anavar TRT, but it is basically like a multivitamin for women. So it doesn't really count, right? Enough about the juice. Bro, who taught you how to film? Back up. Personal space. 37 feet. Back to the sugar diet. Is it good? Is it bad? It's bad. You should never, you're gonna get diabetes, you're gonna die in about 12 days. Nah, you can, I mean, I'm still trying to figure out if it's good for people, like, cause it definitely works, right? But it could also be used as like an excuse to just eat like trash, and you can easily mess it up because you're eating super high carb. The whole goal is like very low fat. So sugar fasting days, 0 fat, 0 protein. But sugar diet days, you still want low fat. Because the worst thing you can have is the mix of high carb, high fat. Think of it as like a donut. Because insulin spikes shuttles fat into the fat cells, And that's, you know, if you were to eat like 2,000 calories of pure chicken, right? You're not gonna gain the same amount of body fat as if you were to eat 2,000 calories of pure donuts. So it is calories in, calories out, but there are other factors going on in your body that impact that. If you eat certain foods, you could eat like several hundred more calories per day if they're like, you know, not spiking your insulin that much or the fat's really low, whatever. What I like about it, when you are losing weight on the sugar diet, you know most of it is not water because you're eating tons of sugar. So your glycogen stores are full. You're holding any, because carbohydrate, right? And the more carbs you eat, the more water you hold on to. With most diets, like if you do keto or even just like a bodybuilding diet where you start cutting carbs down, you'll have a lot of weight loss in the beginning, but a lot of it's water. So it's exciting and you're like, yeah, I lost like 5 pounds in the first week. But most of that is water. With the sugar diet, your glycogen stores are full. So most of the weight loss you see on the scale is gonna be fat. Now there is gonna be like some water. You know, it fluctuates day to day. It's not gonna be perfect, but it's mostly gonna be fat. So I think that's pretty cool. You know, you don't get that like fake fit loss when you start it. Like if you do carnivore, you lose 10 pounds. A lot of that's gonna be water. And then you go back to eating high carbs, you're gonna gain a lot of it back and be like, whoa, how did I get so fat so quickly? It's like, no, it's just water. But the sugar diet, high carb, low fat diet doesn't have that. So I like that about it. All right, last thing, then I'll stop talking your ear off, although you clicked on this video, so you probably want me to talk your ear off. The cool thing about this diet is you don't lose energy. Like carbs fuel you like crazy. So you don't have to go through like that keto flu, that low downtime before you go into ketosis type of situation with like the other more extreme diets. And you just have tons of energy, good workouts, etc. It doesn't help with your cognition though. It makes you not remember anything. I actually do intermittent fasting plus sugar fasting. Though, like if you're doing this diet and you want to build muscle though, you're gonna have to find like a very balanced way to get in protein. Because if you're doing sugar fasting, you're gonna have many days per week while you're doing no protein. And there is a muscle sparing effect with carbs. So the more carbs you eat, the less protein you need to build muscle or maintain muscle, but you still need a good amount. So like what I would suggest is you do like 2 or 3 sugar fasts per week, and then those other 3 to 4 days, you are having a good amount of protein. So if you're to just do sugar diet, right? Like so sugar all morning, then protein, low fat at night. You could do like 150 protein every, well, it depends on your body weight and shit, but I would do like 150 protein every day. But if I was gonna do like multiple sugar fasts per week, I'd probably do like sugar fast, then like 200 grams of protein or 220, like high on the higher end, to kind of make up for those days where I'm not getting the protein. So it could be a good diet to lean out. But if you do want to put on muscle, you're gonna have to be very cognizant and still worry about your protein and fat. You gotta keep fat low, because if fat's super high, you're getting that donut effect. All right, just got back from the gym, took a shower and stuff. It is 1:39 p.m. I'm about to have lunch. It's actually the 4th of July. So we're going to my mother-in-law's later. There's gonna be burgers and hot dogs, and I don't get to have any, but it's fine. Gotta do this, gotta get it done. No excuses. You know, you can either make excuses or you can get results. That's your only 2 options, bro. You can make excuses or you can have a 6-pack. The choice is yours. Anyway, here's what I'm gonna have for lunch. My apples again. I'm gonna put some baby Lucas on top of those, as well as the tahini, which makes it taste delicious. And then I have a candy salad. I like to do an assortment of different salads, and I like Mexican candy because it's got like some saltiness, you know, because you're eating all sweet. So you want to get some saltiness in there as well. Definitely can tell I'm in a deficit because my hunger is coming on earlier in the day. If I have like a big meal, like if I'm eating my normal food, right, and I have like high fat, not high fat, like medium fat, high protein, getting a lot of food in, I'm at maintenance calories. I can easily make it to 4, 5, 6 o'clock. If I'm busy, I could go like all day. But with this, yesterday, all I had was sugar, right? So no fat, no protein. I didn't track the calories, but I know for sure I was less than my normal maintenance calories. And today, I'm hungrier earlier. But you get the idea. Apples, candy, popsicles, lemon ices, bro. I'm gonna watch a little bit of Apple TV. Also, if the CEO of Apple TV is watching this, can you stop putting shows out 1 a week? Just give us the whole season, bro. I don't wanna wait. This isn't 2003. I'm not watching Everybody Loves Raymond at Thursday night at 6 p.m., okay? Give us the whole freaking season. All right, guys, change of plans. We're staying home tonight. No hamburgers, no hot dogs. I mean, I wasn't gonna have any anyway, but I don't have to see them, which will make it harder for me. I would love to eat some protein right now. I'm getting tired of eating sweet crap. Trying to get some extra steps in right now, because you know, the sugar diet works with more steps. All right, change of plans, going to my mother-in-law's house. I'm not gonna be able to eat what they are eating, so just in case, I'm gonna bring a few Airheads in case I get really hungry or tempted or whatever. Sometimes with this diet or with the sugar fasting, if you don't eat for like after you have your first meal, right? Because if I do fasting, I'm fine. Sometimes a few hours later, you can get low blood sugar and kind of feel like crap. So it's a good idea to like keep some candy on you or some kind of sugar on you, especially if you're gonna be out for a while and you don't have anything you can eat. And my dogs are acting crazy because I think they know that we're about to go. You wanna go to grandma's house? You can go to grandma's house? Bro, you're crazy. Probably by the time I get back here tonight, the airheads will have been eaten, but I will not eat protein, I will not eat fat, I will not eat anything else other than candy because I'm trying to be healthy. Check this out. Trash dude knocks over my trash cans, doesn't even bother to pick them up. All right, probably wasn't him, it probably was the wind. I'm gonna blame it on his ass anyway. There's a giant tub of red vines on the counter, so my diet is accounted for. Man, I smell those burgers though. It smells so good, and I want some, but I ain't gonna have any. All the dogs have bandanas. 4th of July bandanas. Got the America playlist going. Got some burnt fries. Nobody's eating those. This house is always stocked up. They got Sour Patch Kids. We got, what's it called? Fruit snacks. I'm gonna have a couple of these. That's gonna be my dinner while everyone else gets burgers and hot dogs and real food.
Real food.
Sad.
Lighter food and hot dogs.
It's crazy that like eating sweets, it's like a childhood dream, but it's actually not that great. I snagged a fruit roll-up. They got fruit roll-ups over here because kids live here. So they got all the kid snacks. I haven't had a fruit roll-up in so long. You know what I actually want is fruit by the foot. Those are more fun than the regular fruit roll-ups. I don't know why they're better. It's because they're long, better to play with. All right, we just got home. I had a good amount of candy over there. I had like probably 6 red vines and 2 fruit roll-ups, 2 fruit snack things. Probably gonna have an apple and some lemon ice before bed, and then we will check our weight in the morning. All right, day number 3, let's get my weight. I've only been eating fruit and candy for the last 48 hours. I'm a little worried because yesterday was 4th of July. I did eat a lot of candy, but that's the whole point of this experiment. So 180.1, 0 change since yesterday. Fuck. All right, let's check out the physique for day 3. It's significantly different. Hadn't had any protein the last couple days. I think my arms are getting smaller. You think my arms are getting smaller? I think they are. I do not recommend this diet. About to have meal number 1. It is 4:49. I'm feeling a lot better since earlier. Got a bunch of work done. Got my mind to stop spiraling. I think I maybe had too much caffeine this morning, plus life stuff. But we are having meal number 1. Got some apples and some watermelon with some tahini. And I'm also gonna put some baby Lucas on this. This stuff tastes amazing on fruit and amazing by itself, but I think with fruit it's even better, honestly. And then I'm gonna have a little bit of candy, not all of this, I don't know. Just gonna munch on some candy. And then we're going to my brother-in-law's house. It's like a birthday party for his girlfriend. So there will be food. I don't know what kind of food, but I'll just bring some candy in case I get hungry. And we are almost done with this challenge, guys. We'll see what my weight is in the morning. Very excited for this thing to be over. Tired of eating sweet crap. Well, I'm not really tired of eating sweet crap, but I want to mix in some savory. I want some meat. I just want some protein. Also, a Ninja Creamy would be amazing. Protein ice cream, or some cereal, or some bread, or any kind of starchy carb, rather than simple sugars. Just got back from the party. We're gonna have meal number 2 and the last meal of this little 72-hour sugar fast. Gonna have some more watermelon, some more apples, probably some of this lemon ice, and possibly, no, for sure, some more candy. We got these candies in Japan, and I kind of forgot about them, and I haven't really eaten many of them, so probably gonna have a few of those. We'll go to bed, and we'll do the final weigh-in tomorrow morning. I don't feel like I've lost any weight, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe some magic will happen overnight. Okay, it has officially been 72 hours. Let's check my weight and see where we're at. Dang, big drop this morning. 178.4. That is a huge drop from the last 2 days. That's like 1.5 pounds since yesterday. I'm sure a lot of it is water weight. Water tends to fluctuate every day by a good amount. So there's no way I could say that I lost 1.5 pounds of fat in a day. That would be like a deficit of 5,000, 6,000 calories. And I highly doubt that happened because I did not run a marathon yesterday. But I am happy to see a drop on the scale. Well, let's check out the physique real quick. All right, done with the sugar diet. It's been 72 hours. This was my longest sugar fast. Actually, I think I did it before when I did the sugar diet last time. I think I did 3 days in a row. But last time, I think I had some starches, which I didn't realize. But this time I had 0 starches. Mostly candy. I did mostly candy because I figured most people that are gonna do this are gonna do it because it's something really easy to do. And if they're looking for something really easy to do, are they gonna only eat fruit and stick to only fruit? Probably not. If you want the best results, should you stick to fruit and mostly fruit and honey? Yeah, probably. The more natural food, the better, right? There's no micronutrients in candy. So long term, I probably should not eat like this. Will I continue doing it? I don't know. I think I may continue throwing in some sugar fasts here and there. It's pretty easy, you know, and it's like, for that first meal, you can just have like some candy and then later on you can have some protein. Or every once in a while you throw in a sugar fast. Maybe I'll do like 1 a week or something like that. It's not my favorite diet. Like it is very easy to stick to, but energy wise and focus wise, I think intermittent fasting gives me much better focus and energy. I've seen a lot of these sugar fasting videos and a lot of people will be like, yeah, after I eat sugar for like a couple of days, I have like so much energy, I can't even handle it. And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about because that did not happen to me. Yesterday, I had a crazy amount of anxiety. So if that's the type of energy you're talking about, you can keep that energy, bro. I would rather be sharp and focused and clear. So intermittent fasting, much better for me. But I think this is a very easy protocol you can follow. But if you want to build muscle, you're going to have to be very strategic, right? You can't just do sugar all the time. You still need to get in some protein. So I would suggest like the best way to do this, if you really want to focus on fat loss, but you also want to build muscle, is do like an every other day sugar fast or maybe every 3rd day or something like that. On your non-sugar fast days, when you're gonna have some protein and starches, you still want to keep your fat low. Like you don't want to do sugar fast keto. You don't want to do like super high carb and then super high fat the next day. Overall, you want a low fat diet if you're going to be doing this, but down 2.9 pounds in 3 days. A lot of people do report losing about 1 pound per day in the beginning. A lot of that could be water. Could be, you know, you're probably not burning an extra 3,500 calories and losing 1 pound of fat in a day. So, you know, take it for what it is. It was only a 3-day experiment. I just wanted to show you guys what it would look like. Overall, I mean, it's cool that I can drop a few pounds in a few days if I need to for some reason, but I think I'll stick to mostly a high protein diet, keep it a little more balanced, pay attention to macros, and that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, like button, notification bell, leave some comments for the algorithm, and I'll see you in the next video.